Hi, and welcome into the Ranch Sit-Down. Our guest today, Billie Jo Jones.
This first song I want to do is called Can't Take Keith Whitley Tonight, and it's actually coming out on my first ever country album that'll be out August 23rd. Hope y'all like it. I'd rather listen to a stranger talk about the things that he's done wrong that brought him here. I'd rather shoot another game of pool, shoot tequila and act a fool than crown my beer. What I need is a fast song. I'm not over you, he got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. No, not tonight. I'd rather throw around this floor and then twirl a little more with someone new. And please don't blame me, my name's not Amy, I'm just a lonely fool. What I need is a fast song. I'm not over you, he got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. I need my time, and I mean now, before he sings the next verse and I start crying out loud. 'Cause what I need is a fast song. I'm not over you, he got that part wrong. What I see when I don't close my eyes is I can't take it Whitley tonight. These tears are really putting up a fight, but I can't take it Whitley tonight. Not tonight.
Very well done. Very well.
Thank you.
That's a nice little start to my day. Thank you very
you.
much. Billie Jo Jones hanging out with us. TRRR. Is that right? Yeah, there's 3 R's.
Yep.
Future Faces Award.
Yes.
And now the Emerging Artist finalist for the Texas Country Music
Yes,
Association.
sir.
It's like all coming together, isn't
I
it?
know it is. It's finally all coming together. I think it's going really, really well right now. So I'm excited.
That is congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
really, really cool.
Thank you so
It
much.
is. You
Thank you.
you just said my first country album.
Yep.
The rap polka album you did last was
Yeah,
fantastic.
it was pretty good. It didn't do as well
Like
as what
you
I
were going to do
thought.
anything but a country album. Your
Well,
name's Billie Jo Jones. Come on.
I have thought about that when I say that, but I think it's because my technical first album when I was 18 years old was a gospel album.
Oh, was it
so
really?
I think that's why
I didn't know there was
I
a...
keep like saying that in and like my husband's made fun of me before too. He's like, "Why do you keep saying your first country album?" And I'm like, I don't know. And then I thought about it the other day. I was like, it's because I did a gospel album.
You know
a long
what,
time
though?
ago.
It's a conversation starter.
That's true.
Like, that completely
Very
switched
true.
my questioning right there. So it worked. It was very well done.
Good.
So,
That's
a
funny.
gospel album first. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was great. It was crazy because I sang for this. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Like Mutt Nation Foundation, like Miranda's thing. She
Yeah,
put on
yeah.
a long time ago.
Mhm.
And I was 18 years old, and a lady and her husband heard me, and they're like, "We want to pay for your first album," and so they paid for my whole first gospel album. I recorded it at Rosewood Studios there in Tyler, Texas. And it was great. It was a 10-song gospel album, and it was really cool.
Wow, where are those people now?
I know, exactly. And now they're still doing good. I check in with them every now and then.
That is really a neat thing for somebody to do. Somebody that believes in you that much that will do that.
They're amazing.
You are leaving here, this interview, and doing something extremely interesting.
Yes.
And I'm very jealous. Could you get to go see the Rangers play?
Well, you could have came and gone with us if you wanted. We can make that happen. I'm singing the national anthem for the Rangers today. And this is like my, I think, 5th time probably over the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm excited. My 2nd time this year though, so I'm even more excited now. So. But
your first time since the poor young lady that had the hard time singing the national anthem.
Yes.
My gosh. There is so much pressure with that song. Like, you have to be able to sing, and that's no offense to anybody.
I know.
First of all, you got to be able to sing, and then you realize you're the only person singing.
Yes.
And everybody's looking at you. I'm not trying to put pressure on you right now. You've done this before.
I mean, it's the normal pressure that I put on myself every single time, no matter like how big or small the venue is or the event is that I'm singing it for. It's the one song that obviously, like, you cannot mess it up.
Right.
Like, you can't. And if you do, it's going to be with you, like, forever.
Yeah, especially with social media.
Unfortunately.
So, like, you've done this, before, so you kind of feel for Ingrid Andress.
I do.
You can understand.
I really do, and it's crazy because I had so many people, like, send me a video or, like, text me or tag me on Facebook and was like, Billie Jo, you should have been the one singing. And I'm
Please
just like,
do that.
I'm like, don't do that. Like, number one, I met her. I did the Mac, Jack, and Brown, like, thing. Matthew McConaughey, Mac Brown, and Jack Ingram. Sorry, I'm like a blank right now on my words.
I mean, what is that guy
I know.
done?
So, and because I won top 8 in the Jack Ingram singer-songwriter contest this year, and so I got to perform at that. So I met Matthew McConaughey and Mac Brown, and I knew Jack. And I saw Ingrid play there. She got a standing ovation.
Yeah.
She got to sing like 2 more songs than what she was supposed to. Like, the girl can sing.
Absolutely, she can.
I feel so bad. Like, she obviously shouldn't have been on there. It
wasn't her day.
No,
let's just say
that.
It wasn't her day.
It wasn't.
Please don't tag Billie Jo Jones.
Yes, and please don't do that. Like, it makes me feel like I didn't even respond. Like, I would either just like it or heart it or whatever. Just left it alone.
Like,
I didn't
want
to
you would have loved to have done it.
Yeah. But I feel bad. Like, it's awful. Like, I would hate to be like, knock on wood, that doesn't happen to me. So thank you, Shayne, for doing that to me.
Well, just think, millions of people are looking at you.
Thank you so much for that. Okay.
You have an entire country riding on your shoulders right now.
No.
So, what started your love for music?
Oh man, so that's a great question. I was actually raised by my grandparents since I was 1, and I would sit in the living room and make them listen to me sing, Billy Ray Cyrus and Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks, and
oh my gosh,
I know, they would have to
put on
clap.
Concerts
oh
for
yeah,
them.
They would clap and cheer for me. I've got videos of it. I've posted a few on my Facebook before, but I love traditional country music. I love George Jones. I opened for Ray Price when I was 18.
Oh wow.
So I love the traditional country background of that. So that's kind of what I'm like trying to mix into what I'm doing now, is taking the traditional side of country and mixing with a little bit of modern, but still trying to stay true to my, what I love. Like, I love Loretta Lynn. She was, the queen of country music in my eyes. So, yeah, I love it. I have a strong love of country music, and I love going and playing shows and meeting people. That's my favorite part, is meeting people after the show. So
I've seen some social media you did recently talking about your trip last year to the NFR and playing songs for people. That's really cool. That's cool to have those kind of connections.
And it was, this lady, she wound up like catching half of my last song I had, because you have so long on sets at the NFR for during Cowboy Christmas, and she caught the second half of my song, and she's like, oh, I wish I could have heard you sing more. And I'm like, well, how about I grab my guitar and just play you a song right here? And so I did, and then that's how some people saw me like do that for her, and they like loved me for it. And then they booked me recently for a private party they had in Nebraska.
That's
so I
awesome.
took my band to Nebraska because of that. So it's so cool. It's all about the relationships and the people that you meet and the connections that you make. So.
And I would think that's one of the most important things for an independent artist to do.
For sure.
Is to, when you're getting started especially, make those connections and those special moments happen for fans, because they told somebody about it, and then somebody saw that, and then they booked you, and those people have seen you. Now they're fans. Like, that's incredible to be able to do that kind of stuff.
It's really, I love it. I mean, I love singing and I love performing, but my heart is really with people. I mean, there's a picture of this little girl that's like, they can't see me doing what I'm doing, but you know what I'm talking about. She had her hand over her mouth and she was just so excited, and it was like her first country music concert, and it's just so cool. I love it.
Just think one day she may be opening up one of your shows.
I know. That would be,
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be so cool.
One of those moments?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
So when you were performing for Grandma and Grandpa, was it hairbrush? Was it toy microphone? Do you remember?
I had a toy microphone for sure, and I think I did like a hairbrush thing, and I have a video of, it was toy microphone. It had the, like a little squishy, like,
oh yeah,
the whatever those things are called over the top of it. And I was
we
singing
have a name
Shania
for it
Twain.
in radio, but we're not going to talk about it.
Oh, you're not going to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about. I know what you're talking about.
I think your husband just
yeah, we can't.
He started
we
giggling.
Can't say that. We definitely can't say that.
Right. Yeah. Moving on.
So anyway,
well, that is really cool. So when was the first real performance, like on a stage in front of people that didn't know you?
Yeah. So I'd probably say that the first stage that I was ever on was at church. I was 9 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And then it went from there to singing at, definitely not the Grand Ole Opry, but like little Opries like the Grand Ole Opry.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of those around Texas. There's not as many anymore. But I grew up, going on those stages. And then my dad was still a big part of my life, even though he didn't raise me. But he's the one that taught me how to play the guitar. And so he was like the bad influence, I guess.
Right.
And he would take me to like restaurant bars, and like whatever band was playing, he would like tip them $20, like, hey, let my daughter get up there and sing a song, and usually they would let me, and then that's
$20
when
$20. Yeah,
and so that's when I learned that I love to like not only sing, but I love to perform and like be on stage and be in front of a crowd. So
at that age, a lot of times we're emulating other artists. When did you get to the point where you felt like this is who Billie Jo Jones is?
Oh man, I mean, I would love to say like, oh, I had that all figured out, at a young age, but I really didn't.
Does
I mean,
anybody?
No, I don't think anyone really does.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, like I really have found me and like my sound in the last like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it took a while, and the songwriting did not come easy for me. Like I tried. It still doesn't come easy. Sometimes it does, depending on the day. But songwriting came later in life, and that's when I learned that I wanted to make real country music. But not only that, I wanted to make people feel something like through my music. I don't want to just put a song out and just have the song out. Like every song that I'm putting out like means something to me, or I've lived it, or I've been through it, or I know someone that's been through it. So that's kind of what it's
like you're living through the emotions of your audience looking back at you.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to see that blank stare. It's like, oh, why am I even up here then?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So songwriting, are you a scheduler for your songwriting times? Are you just a spur of the moment? Like an idea hits you, let's stop everything now and start writing?
I'm kind of both. I feel like, I mean, obviously I do a lot of driving and playing shows. So I do my best songwriting when I'm just literally in the car driving down the road. I'll think about something and write it down like you're not supposed to do while you're driving down the road. But anyway, we don't talk about that. But then I do have like scheduled writes with different people, and I've written with a few pretty big names. And so yeah, it's just I guess I'm both.
Yeah, you kind of teased about a little writing session you've done recently.
I did. Which one?
You can't talk about it.
Well, I'm trying to think about
around
which
a
one.
lake.
Oh yeah, we did a writer's retreat at the lake, and we brought in. Do you remember Bobby Boyd? He wrote "God Bless the Broken Road."
Yeah.
So he and I wrote a song that weekend.
Wow.
And I can't wait. I can't play it on the guitar. I would love to play for it right now. It's so because he's like a guitar pro as well, like not just songwriter. Like he plays all these crazy chords, and I'm like, great. We wrote a song that I will never be able to play by myself. So thank you, Bobby Boyd, for doing that.
That's funny.
So yeah, it was great. It was really good.
That's really cool. So do you enjoy co-writing more than writing by yourself?
I think so. I mean, there's one song on my album that I wrote by myself. It was because it was a song for my grandparents, and that one means literally so much to me. But I definitely love co-writing. I think just having that interaction with another person, and I'm really good at like listening to what someone else has and like thinking of like a little bit better way to like say it, or like trying to help fix that, like I guess kind of thing. I guess I'm more of like a fixer than like coming up with my own ideas. Like I can sometimes, but like I like to just help fix other things.
That's really nice. That's really interesting, and it's always interesting to me. And I ask every artist that comes in here the same type of question, because everybody is different. And it amazes me how different everybody is in their writing styles and preferences.
Yeah. And there's really no right or wrong way to write a song. I mean, it's crazy. Like some people rhyme and some people don't, and then it's I don't know, just kind of all
whatever
comes
it takes
together.
to get a hit.
Whatever it is. Whatever it takes, that's what you're gonna do.
As long as I can book that show, we're good to go.
Exactly.
So how many shows are you doing a year now?
Oh man, a lot. I think because like I use like bands in town to like put my shows on and then like send it to my website. It's just easier. I used to make events for every single show, but that was just too much to do.
Oh, yeah.
So now I make like bigger events, like if I'm on Facebook or whatever. But for the most part, everything's on my bands in town and goes to my website. And I think last year was like 130 shows, I guess, or so last year.
You are busy.
But I play shows every single weekend, and I've been trying to do more full band shows this year than anything, and it's been great. I love full band shows. Like I don't have to be stuck behind a guitar, and I can work the crowd and go out in the audience, and that's my favorite thing is to go like make people get out of their chairs and like dance that wouldn't normally do that. So and it takes a little bit of I have to help them a little bit, because they're just looking at me like, this lady is crazy.
Right.
And then I'm like, come on, it's like so much fun. Like, let's do it.
So you got to go back to like 6-year-old Billie Jo Jones
pretty much
performing. Yeah.
I did.
Like
and I think that's what it is.
Grandma and grandpa.
And I've never really thought about it like that. But I think that's what it is. And then my grandparents still come with me to my shows. Like they'll be at my show this Friday. I'm playing at Love and War in Plano with my band. And so I'm dragging them to that. They are 89 and 85 years old.
Oh, they're going to have a blast.
So they're going to love it.
It's such a great place.
I know. I'm excited.
Do you have any other passions in your life besides music?
My kids. I love my kiddos. They
not
keep
anything
me busy.
You're obligated to say.
I mean, obviously. I mean, I will say that I don't like kids. Sometimes I love them all the time, but sometimes I don't like them.
I have kids
so.
too. I understand.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sure, I'm ready to school. Get back in.
Oh man, I am dreading it. Everyone's like, yeah, school's starting. I'm like, no, that requires me to get up early.
It's
like,
a lot of work.
I'm a musician. Like I am not an early person, so yeah.
Yeah, because then you just basically become a chauffeur.
Exactly. That's what it is. And I've tried to be the parent that like made them ride the bus, and I'm like, I just can't. Like there's like we live in a small town, but there's just so much like sketchy stuff that goes on a bus, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like I will be in so much trouble. Like if I have to go and like grab some kid. Like I can't do that. Like I can't touch someone else's kid.
Videos
exactly,
of the mom that jumps on the bus.
And this is how Billie Jo Jones really got famous. Took a kid out on the school bus. No.
Sometimes it's whatever it takes. I mean, let's be honest.
I know. Gosh.
If you could name one person you'd like to co-write a song with, who would that be?
Oh my gosh, that's hard, but I am loving me some Zach Top right now.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with him.
I wish he was a little more country, but
I mean, yeah, if he could just be a little bit more country, we would mesh like really well.
Right.
So, oh my gosh, I love him. Like, I could listen to his album all day.
I started radio in 1990, and it feels like it's come full circle when I listen to his album.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this is what I was playing when I started.
Yes,
like,
I
it's
love it.
Crazy.
But I mean, I say that I really do listen to like everything. So I'm like, but I don't know if I could like. I know that our voices would just mesh like so well. Like I love singing harmonies and stuff too. So yeah.
So you're being called out, Zach Top.
Yeah, Zach Top.
Let's make this happen.
Hello.
Well, how about one more song, ma'am?
Yeah, perfect.
Tell us what we're gonna hear.
I'm gonna let you pick. You want like an upbeat song, or you want my like the song I wrote about my grandparents?
I want that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really thought that you would write
song.
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So actually, I wrote this. I sat down one day last year. Actually, this song got me into. I was top 2 in the Rainel King songwriter competition last year. Played Lukenbach, and then was also top 8 in the Jack Ingram songwriter competition. But I wrote this song really for myself because I was dealing with a lot of hurt and anger and resentment. And then it's just crazy when I put this song out, how many people like relate to this song and have been through the same thing, either with their mom or their dad or, someone else in their life. Because my mom, was and still is a drug addict to this day. And I've seen her twice my whole life. And that's why my grandparents raised me. And so this is a beautiful love story for my grandparents. So this song is called She Did, and it'll be on my upcoming album in a couple weeks. I felt the pain from you leaving. I prayed one day you would choose me over your demons. I remember looking out my window, waiting for you to show, but you never did. You made a choice to get high when you were feeling low. You made a choice to never watch me grow. You chose that life without me in it. You chose not to love me, but she did. She didn't give me life, but then again, she did. She's the one that made me who I am. She picked me up when I couldn't stand. That's what she did. Oh, she did. She made a choice to not get high when she was feeling low. She made a choice to stay and watch me grow. She chose this life with me in it. She chose to love me. That's what she did. Now my kids are growing up and time is slipping away, but I can honestly say I made a choice to not get high when I was feeling low. I made a choice to stay and watch them grow. I chose this life with them in it. I chose to love them like she did. Like she did. Ooh, like she did. Like she did.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Couldn't look at you.
Usually I'm the one that makes people cry in this studio. That was powerful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. See, and
Thank
that is
you.
my favorite thing about artists is that when they get that ability to open up their soul and share the hurt and the pain with everybody. And I know that's a cathartic thing probably for you as well when you do that. I'm sure it's not easy to get through that song every night. But
that was so hard, especially when they're sitting in the audience. And I've done it a few times when they were there. And I'm like, I can't even look at my grandma because I start the song and she's just bawling. Like,
I bet.
Oh gosh, it's hard.
Oh my gosh. Well done. That
Thank you.
is an absolutely beautiful song, and thank you for sharing that.
Thank
for
you
sure.
so much.
So don't mess up tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
We're going to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah, go back to that.
Man, that was tough. That was really good, though. Billie Jo Jones,
Thank you.
best of luck on the Emerging
Thank you.
Artist of the Year award. We'll see.
Thank
I
you.
think we're both up for awards, so
Yes.
maybe we'll both
I'm
lose.
excited.
It'll be great. You know,
Yeah.
high five
it's
each
fine.
other.
Yeah. We're going to be like, we're both going to, they're going to announce winners and be like, yeah, and then we're going to go find each other and like take a picture and like.
You're never going to get into my category. I've lost like 15 straight years or whatever it is.
my
It's
gosh.
great.
Maybe we'll turn it around this year.
Right, well, that's
Nah,
what we
probably
say
not,
every
but
year.
it's okay.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Thank you so much for taking the
Thank
time
you
to
for
chat with
having
me.
me.
Good luck. Have fun
Thank you.
tonight. Go Rangers. And cannot wait to hear this new album. When's it done?
Thank you. August 23rd.
Oh, we're that quick. All right.
And we're doing a like 300 limited edition vinyl as well. So I'm so
Very
excited
cool. On your
about that.
website, can we order that?
Yes, it's not up just yet, but we're
Okay.
getting the link ready. So
Well, very nice. Billie Jo Jones,
Thank
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.